in with us tonight, Crystal. So tell us what happened. Like, how'd you get involved with the project? Tell us about your character.
I mean, I got involved just like anybody else would. I saw the casting online and I submitted for it. I was able to read the script from the very first self-tape, which was an advantage that we don't usually get. But I was like, dang, this looks like saucy. Like, I'm excited about the challenges that this presents artistically. Submitted my tape. They liked it, called me back, got to talk to them a little bit more during that callback and get a little more clarity on what they were looking for. And from that point, it was just waiting for the call.
Yeah, I love that. So, and you're playing a rising fashion star, correct? So, was that a big part of your like preparation? I mean, are you a big fashionista yourself?
So before, not so much, but I did watch a ton of like the classic fashion shows and just fell in love with it. It really helped to fuel my interest in the genre and really helped to build my character.
Yeah, I love it. I love fashion. I'd be so excited playing a fashion star. Oh my God.
The Mueller shows from the 90s are like sensational.
Yeah,
yes.
Right. And how was working with Yara?
Oh, it was great. I was just saying I love working with directors that come from an acting background because I really feel like they know how to speak the actor's language and be a little bit less hands-on, let the actors just play and have fun and be free, and she really let us and trusted us to run with it and just make this our own.
Oh yeah, so was there a favorite day on the set or a favorite scene that you worked on that you want to tell us about? That you're allowed to?
No spoilers. There were several locations that were fantastic. We got to shoot like the hospital scenes at Silver Dream Factory, and that was really, really cool. Some very intense moments there, wink, wink. And that was great. A little bit of fun that we had on set that day, though. Liz undergoes a series of transformations where she has some wig play, and Carlo tried them all on and somehow looked amazing in every single one. I don't know how he did it.
Dang, really? All right. That sounds like a pretty fun day on set. I heard the hospital scenes were pretty intense.
Yeah, it was great, though. It was a great environment and a lot of fun, even though it was a little tiring.
We're going to wrap up. Yeah, speaking tonight with Yara Estrada Lowe, director, writer, and producer of Demise. Congratulations on the project, Yara. Tell us like how the story was inspired and what we have to look forward to this evening.
Thank you. Well, I hope that everyone enjoys the film. It is an entertaining ride of a lot of twists and turns, and it's just my kind of film, and I'm really, really proud of it. And I'm so happy that all of our team that was involved, that we're able to accomplish something so challenging.
Yeah. Well, what inspired the story? I mean, was there any truth basis to it?
Not at all. It was completely fiction and straight from my imagination. I didn't pull from really anything.
Are you a fan of the noir genre in general? Do you have any favorite projects from that genre?
Yes, I love noir films as well as the 90s thrillers like Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct, Sleeping with the Enemy, and so definitely a huge fan, and I hope Demise is someday part of that whole cult and fan favorite.
I love the description. I loved the trailer. I'm like, it's the same thing. Totally my kind of movie. I cannot wait to see where like it ends up. You know, the audience is going to be shocked, I'm sure. And I mean, tell us, what was like the schedule like? Was it difficult wearing all the hats of producer and actor and director at the same time?
Yeah. So I didn't act in the film, but I wrote, produced, and directed it, and definitely challenging doing all those three positions. But you know, when you have a great team and everyone's like a well-oiled machine, you can make it happen. So,
any fun behind the scenes? Like, what was your favorite day on set, or a favorite scene, or something unexpected, you know, that happened that really surprised everybody?
Well, so we had a 17-day shoot, and I'll tell you, on day 17, we were all like one big happy family. We were all crying because we wrapped the film, and it was just such an incredible bond that we had with one another, and we knew that Demise was something special. So we're really, really super excited to present this to the world.
Yeah, man, it's so great that it all came together. And I mean, what about like other female directors, and like what do you I mean, I hate to say what advice do you have for them, but were there any challenges being a female director on the set?
Absolutely. I think it's just no one's used to getting all these directions from a woman. You know, that's truth be told. But, when you own your truth and you own your position, you just have to embrace it and go out with confidence, because when you're called to do something, you're called to do something.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, doesn't really matter. It's like, whoever, it's your vision and you're in charge. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So, let's see what's next for you. Anything, any other projects or more noirs coming up?
Well, we still have the job ahead of us to get this out internationally. And then besides that, I hope for a sequel, and I hope to direct, some more movies. So.
A sequel, that's a little giveaway. So there's room for the story to continue, is what you're saying. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Why don't we get your social media before you take off?
Yes, you can find me at Yara Estrada _Lowe, and you can find our film page at Demise the Film.
Very nice. Well, thanks for speaking with us, and congratulations on the project. You look fantastic. Very old Hollywood. I love it. All right, we're here with Carlo Mendez. Thanks for speaking with us, Carlo. Tell us how you got involved in the project and the lowdown on your character.
Well, the project was awesome. I just auditioned for it, and I feel like I got lucky with this role because they saw a lot of people for it. But it really called to my attention. Love the script, love the character. The character, it's a bit of a tough one because I tried to make him likable, even though he does what he does, gets in a little entanglement with two other women. But I try to make him likable, down to earth, and he just try to make it to a point where it's like he made a mistake, and he's trying to get out of it, but without giving too much away. There's a few twists and turns that happen, but it was a fun one to play, and hopefully let's see if there's a part 2 for it.
Yeah, must have been a struggle working with all those beautiful women on the set. How did you cope?
It's always a struggle. No, but more just as beautiful as they are so talented. So when you work with talented people, it makes it so much easier because you have to step up your game and be just as good and just work as hard as they do.
How was Yara as a director? Was she pretty generous with you guys on the set?
Yara is amazing. One thing I love working with is directors that are actors, because they know how to get you to where you gotta go. If there's just scene you just don't understand or you're struggling with, they know how to get you to there. And Yara was amazing. Her being an actress and a director was able to know how to talk to us, get us to where we gotta go, and very much understands the essence of the characters.
Yeah. And anything, without giving too much away, of course, anything you can tell us, like your favorite behind-the-scenes moment or favorite scene that you got to film during the movie?
Oof, gosh, yeah, see, my favorite scenes are the ones I can't tell because it gives away a spoiler.
A little something, just a little taste, a little twist.
Okay, well, there's a scene that I get very, very mad and very upset, and I guess it was fun because I was able to scream and let go, and everybody on the set had never seen me like that, and they're like, whoa, we didn't know you had it in you to go crazy like that, and it was probably one of my favorite scenes.
They were wondering if you were method or if that really was you, a whole other dark side of you coming out.
No, it's not necessarily method. I just channel it. It's I change it all depends on the character, so I change it. I don't like to be stuck with one kind of technique for acting.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Anything else you want to plug or tell us before we let you drift on?
Yeah, just Demise, thefilm.com. It comes out on February 27th on all platforms, Amazon and Apple TVs particularly. And just enjoy it, watch it. It's going to be a fun one.
And your social media?
Social media, at Mendez78 or Carlo Mendez.
Okay, I'll follow up with you, Carlo. Good luck tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Liz. I am Celine in Demise, so I'm essentially the monster of the picture.
I love it. So how did you get the part? Was there an audition process?
Yeah, there was an audition process. Stella Nova, who's an incredible casting office. I've known them from a couple different projects, particularly Mycole Dion, and I got an audition like everybody else in the film, and then got the treat of playing Celine.
Yeah, man. So I know, without giving too much away, can you give us a good behind-the-scenes story or your favorite scene that you filmed on the set? Tell us something juicy.
Yeah. Okay. I have a really good juicy, literally juicy. In terms of all of the hospital scenes, I came down with a flu that everybody was super worried was COVID by the end of the day because I was so ill. So had to go and test, and so we had to wait for a PCR test to know if we could continue filming. Very juicy in those scenes. You will see somebody that is suppressing a cough in all of them, and the hospital day was a big day for reasons you'll see.
Wow. I know. No pressure. You're like, waiting. You're like stalling the whole production. Like, it's fine, guys. I'm fine. I got my shot, but
Yeah, they were very graceful. They didn't let me know how terrified they were that they were going to have to shut down production, and we're like, no, why don't you just go home and take care of yourself, and we'll just see if you're going to crush all of our dreams by being sick.
Well, I'm glad you're okay now. Tell us about working with Yara and like a female director. How did that work out?
Yeah, Yara was an actor as well before she got into directing. She's also the screenwriter, so she had an entirely cohesive and exciting vision for it. She made sure that we had rehearsal before we got on set, so for the scenes that really needed to fly, we could let fly. She's incredible.
Wow. So was there some improvising on set?
Some improvisation. She left space for us to bring, I think there's a line, it's my baby. And without giving too much away. And
my baby.
Something about please don't leave me alone. And those were two that came out in the moment that I'm so grateful she wholly supported and gave us the space to say crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it was very organic, and a very nurturing environment. I love these kinds of movies. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Is the audience going to be shocked? Like, are we going to be crazy shocked at the end?
Yeah, I think it's a really fun ride. I think it brings like a 90s taste back to the thriller genre, which I think has been a little bit absent. And I think Celine is fun and funny, and a lot of women have been there in terms of what she's capable of, and she just, I think, shows the dark side so that we can experience a little more of the light.
Let's get a shout out with your social media.
Okay, great. My name's Liz Fenning, and you can find me at Liz Fenning Actor Person on Instagram and Liz Fenning on what used to be Twitter.
Fantastic. Well, we'll look forward to catching up with you, and congrats on the film, and can't wait to see how Celine turns out. Okay, here with Morris Jude tonight. Thanks for speaking with us, Morris. So tell us how you got involved with the project and give us some lowdown on your character.
Yeah, totally. I got involved as soon as I saw that breakdown. I'm like, I want to play Miguel. And so luckily things fell together that way. And so that has been a really great dream come true.
So how did you get the part? How was the audition process?
Yeah, a pretty standard audition process. I think we had about 3 rounds. It got, down to the nitty gritty, but ultimately it's something that I just related to immediately when I saw it. So it was very simple to just kind of like fall into it, and it fell together that way.
Yeah, I read the description. I can't wait to see it. Very soap opera-esque, very dramatic.
Exactly, which I thrive with. So I'm gonna enjoy seeing it tonight.
Any fun behind the scenes stories from the set? Favorite scene you enjoyed filming, or something unexpected that happened?
That is a good question. Favorite scenes, you're gonna see us in a design studio. I play a fashion designer without spoiling anything, and so getting to kind of live in that space and see what comes to life there was really cool, and some fun moments that we didn't even plan on that are in the film. So that's always fun. Yeah.
Was that a big part of how did you prepare for that? Are you a fashionista, or how did that?
It kind of says that, but not really. I went ahead and started getting back into sewing. I did a little bit back in college, and so I was able to kind of find that again, but also explore some things that I didn't know, which was really cool. As an actor, you have to kind of prepare in those ways to make it feel real and look real. And so getting to kind of see what fashion designers go through, how they get their creativity, what fuels them, what's outside of fashion that, calls to them. And so that was a really, really cool experience.
Yeah, just another art form, basically, right? Yeah, we all express our creativity in different ways, I suppose.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to plug before we let you go?
Sure. My Instagram is Morris Jude. Also, our film, Demise, the film is going to be there. February 27th is when you can watch it too. It's going to be on Apple TV, Prime Video, some other stuff. And so I really recommend checking it out.
Killer. We're going to check it out. All right, well, have fun tonight. Congratulations. Thanks, Lamar. So tell us how you got involved with the project. Tell us about your character, all the juicy stuff.
Yeah, got involved with the project, just simple audition. Yara chose me to play Alan, and I play the best friend to the main character, Caleb. So I'm kind of the voice of reason through all the chaos and things that are going on.
Oh, maybe like the audience perspective, right?
Yeah, so it kind of grounded, like, okay, what's happening is kind of crazy. No one's not seen it, right? But yeah, so that's the kind of role I play.
Do you have a favorite scene that you filmed, or a favorite day on the set, or any behind the scenes you want to tell us?
Yeah, I would probably say we do a cool restaurant scene where we did a lot of improv and just kind of bonding with other actors. We had a great time that day. And yeah, I mean, you'll see. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, there's some pretty cool scenes in there.
Sounds like the audience is going to be shocked and takes it on a lot of twists and turns. So
yeah, this movie definitely takes you on a ride, and you may or may not know who the true villain is in the movie. So we'll see. Good.
Nice. Well, thanks for speaking with us. Can we get your social media before you go?
Absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram at LAX the producer.
I love it. Alex, the producer. We'll be in touch. Congratulations again.
So
Thanks,
much.
Lamar.
Good to see you.
I'm a producer on the film, and I play Claire, the nosy neighbor.
Very nice.
I'm a very nosy neighbor in the film.
Well, thanks for speaking with us tonight, Mycole. So tell us how you got involved with the project and tell us a little more about your nosy neighbor character, Claire.
Well, okay, so how I got involved in the project is Yara Estrada Lowe is one of my best friends, so I've known her for a long time. I knew she had talent because we met on a set. And so I got involved because once she wrote it and she sent it to me, I was like, how do I get involved? I want to be part of your project. So she was like, well, I would love to, ask you to be the first producer. So I'd been acting and writing most of my life. This was my first feature film producer, and I was excited to be part of it because she's a Latino. She's a powerhouse. She's very talented. So from there, we just did casting, and then the whole film process, her and I got to go a set together. We got to talk about everything, and it was such a great experience being a producer. And for my first time producing, Yara was great to have as a director, because there's a saying in Hollywood: the director sets the tone on set, and Yara set the tone, and our set was impeccable. We got all the shots in we needed. All the actors were just a pleasure to be on set because she set the tone of this amazing, calm, we're all here to have the same goal, which was to get the movie made. And now, if you guys can't wait to see, we have a beautiful film. So I can't wait for you all to see it. And my neighbor is just kind of fun. She just, is a little nosy. She adds to the drama.
Yeah, a little bit of Gladys Kravitz, you're right, a Bewitched reference, kind of a Gladys Kravitz vibe.
Yeah.
What was it like wearing the two hats, producer and actor? Was that difficult, or was that a challenge doing both, or
No,
pretty
it
easy?
actually wasn't, because Yara knows how to direct. I have to say, when you have a director that's also an actor, they really help the actors. They make them at ease, but they also know which way they want them to go because they know what an actor's thinking. So it was easy for her to direct me, and I would have my walkie-talkie on, and then as soon as I get into wardrobe, I'd put it down, do my role, put on, my speaker, and it was really nice because my husband, Luca, who's supportive, and I couldn't do it without him. Him and my daughter play my husband and my child.
Oh, wow.
So it's a family affair. Demise.
I was going to say, it's a family affair.
Yep. So I'm excited for you guys to all see Demise.
Yeah, any little behind the scenes, fun story from the set you want to tell us real quick, without giving too much away?
Well, no, I don't know. There's nothing I can tell. You got to see the movie.
We'll just have to see. Is the audience going to be shocked?
Yes, the audience is going to be on a little roller coaster, and it's very good.
I can't wait. All right, well, tell us your social media so we can keep in touch before you go.
Duchess Mycole. It's Duchess Mycole. And then, obviously, file Demise.
I love that, Demise film. Well, thanks for speaking with us, Steven. So tell us what inspired this project.
I have absolutely no idea. My wife just started writing it in the kitchen one day, and just kind of came out from her imagination in about 3 months. And then she had the screenplay, and then it kind of just miraculously evolved organically from there to where we're at a premiere, North American premiere tonight with Gravitas Ventures releasing the film, and we're really excited about just the love we're getting for the film, and here we are.
Yeah, I love it. It's a real steamy story, a real dark modern film noir. So, how was it working with your wife? Was it interesting wearing the two hats, husband and producer and actor?
Yeah, well, we got along as well as you can imagine under those circumstances. There were some creative differences along the way, for sure. Ultimately, she got something called Final Cut.
So you said you acted in the film as well. How was that? What was it like being directed by your wife, outside of the house, of course? This
is the first time I've ever acted in a film in my entire life. It was a kind of a spontaneous thing in the sense that we didn't even know I was going to do it when principal photography started, but it just happened again kind of organically, and I'm told that I did a perfectly decent job.
Love it. Can't wait to see the final product. I hope you didn't end up on the cutting room floor.
I did not end up on the cutting room floor.
Thanks for speaking with us tonight, Anabelle. So tell us how you got involved with the project and some behind-the-scenes fun stories.
Well, I got involved right from the beginning, before the project was even conceived, because I was introduced by a very well-known writer to Yara and Steven, the key, core of the whole film, the writer, director, and executive producer. And there was another film we started working on, which was a romantic comedy, and we were thinking, since this was the first movie for Yara, kept on bringing up, a thriller would be actually so much easier to pull off as the first one. And then a couple months later, Yara took a little break and immersed herself in the writing process, and out came Demise. She sent me a little clip on the phone and said, "Hey, could you give me some feedback on that scene?" I have to say, Yara is also a phenomenal actress, so she sent me a scene from the film, there's a scene where she's tied on the chair, no spoiler alerts. And I was like, dude, this is fabulous, we should do that one. And a little later, the announcement came, we're going to do Demise first, and I'm so glad that we did it, because it's a wonderful genre for a first-time movie, and Yara has so many scripts, and this one will put her on the map, and many other people on the team. And I'm so glad the look that she achieved with her impeccable style and eye and tenacity. It's usually hard for me as a producer to find somebody who can keep the pace, because I'm already bad when it comes to, overtime and working hard. I'm from Germany, so maybe a little in a slave driver, but Yara was a really wonderful partner to work with, and then later the other producers that joined the team.
Right. I heard there may be a sequel.
Oh yeah, how can there not be a sequel? If you look at the end, how it ends, you will understand.
Who's your favorite character in the movie?
I actually have to say Carlo's character, Caleb, because when I read the script, I was like, this guy is so horrible. Why are all these ladies fighting over him? I don't get it. This is never going to work. But as soon as Carlo Mendez walked into the room, I was like, no, it's going to work. No, it's going to work, because he has an innocence that he puts on the screen as he's doing all these bad choices, as he's following that bad path, and you kind of forgive him. So he's like, in this film, my little miracle, when you have the stories of the right actor walking in the room and suddenly, boom, all problems are solved, the script is working. So yeah, that's why he's my favorite character. And he's very, very good to look at, right? And
easy on the eyes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we said there might be a sequel. Anything else coming up for you going forward? Anything you want to plug or upcoming projects?
Well, of course, with Yara, there is the original film that we wanted to start, which is Epic Love, and it's such a great title, and the title already has the whole story in it. When you make a movie, especially in the indie world, you're so grateful when you find amazing sports, like people who remained humble, who are really hard workers, like Liz, Crystal, all of the actors were so humble, kind, sweet, fun to work with. And of course you want to work with them again, because you want to watch their career grow, and you have fun puzzling them together in a different way. So I do hope for Epic Love there will be a spillover. If not, definitely the Demise journey is going to continue. And it's wonderful people that we had the pleasure of working with.
Fantastic. Well, I'm so happy for you. I mean, seriously, it sounds like a great project. I can't wait to see it. Do you want to give out your social media before you take off?
It's very boring. Anabelle Munro, just like my name, on Insta, on Facebook. Yeah.
It's direct, though. That's the important thing. As long as we can find you, my dear.
That's right.
Well, you look fantastic, and have a great time tonight. Congratulations.